Yo, what's up, fam? Welcome back to the channel, where we break down real stories of grind, hustle, and financial freedom. Today, I got a crazy story for y'all. It's about a poor black boy who turned his life around, invested in the S&P 500, and built a legacy that changed not just his life, but the lives of thousands of kids across America. So sit back, grab a notebook, and let's get into it. JoJo grew up in the kind of neighborhood where every corner had a story, some sad, some scary, all real. His mom worked 2 jobs, barely making enough to put food on the table, and his dad had bounced long before he could remember. JoJo was just another kid trying to survive, counting coins, scraping for scraps, dreaming big, but seeing nothing but struggle around him. School was rough. Teachers didn't believe in him. Counselors told him he wasn't college material. But deep down, he knew something different. He knew he wasn't destined to stay broke forever. At 14, JoJo got a part-time gig at a corner store. He'd stack shelves, bag groceries, and sometimes steal glances at the older men who seemed to have figured out the world. One day, a customer mentioned the stock market, specifically the S&P 500. JoJo didn't understand it all, but a spark lit. He started Googling, watching videos, reading anything he could about investing. Every dollar he could spare, from allowance, part-time jobs, or spare change, went into learning. By 16, JoJo had saved up $200. It wasn't much, but it was enough to start investing. He chose the S&P 500, the slow, steady, proven path to building wealth. While his friends spent money on kicks and video games, JoJo was building a future he couldn't yet see, but could feel. High school came and went, and JoJo continued investing every paycheck, every gift, every opportunity. Some nights, he'd lie awake wondering if he made the right choice. It wasn't glamorous. There were days when he saw nothing happen in his account. But he remembered the words he read online. Slow money beats fast money. Patience, discipline, compounding. By the time he hit 18, his account had grown significantly. Not a fortune yet, but a solid start. Most of his friends were struggling with student loans, credit card debt, and low-paying jobs. JoJo had none of that. Just a plan, discipline, and an unshakable belief that consistency would pay off. College wasn't for him. Instead, JoJo focused on side hustles and investments. He delivered groceries, fixed bikes, did odd jobs, and funneled all extra money into his S&P 500 fund. Slowly but surely, his balance grew. By 22, he was financially stable. Not rich by society's standard, but free from the paycheck-to-paycheck grind. He started seeing his peers stuck in cycles he had already escaped. That's when the idea hit. He could do more than just live free. He could teach freedom. He started small, talking to friends about investing, showing them how compound interest worked, and guiding them through setting up accounts. Life was different now, but JoJo stayed grounded. He still walked the cracked sidewalks, still greeted the same homies, still grabbed $5 haircuts. He lived simply. Every morning, he checked his long-term plan like a ritual. Consistency, discipline, and patience. That was the mantra. Kids started noticing. Marlon, a 13-year-old, approached him, asking about his journey. JoJo laughed, teaching him and other kids the basics of investing. Soon, small groups gathered at the old community center. Word spread. Teachers, church groups, and eventually city officials noticed. JoJo wasn't just free financially. He was a beacon. Despite his influence, JoJo faced pressure. Hate and skepticism came from every corner. But he remembered where he came from. Nights without power, meals skipped, broken systems. Those struggles made him resilient. When someone tried to shut down the Freedom Lab, JoJo rallied the community. Parents, kids, teachers, everyone showed up. They won. That fight was more than saving a building. It was saving a dream and proving the neighborhood could rise together. JoJo launched FreedomHub, an online platform to teach kids financial literacy. It spread fast. Kids across the country were logging in, learning about investments, budgeting, and building wealth. Corporations and investors reached out, but JoJo stayed true to his vision. No shortcuts, no selling out. A billionaire partner helped scale FreedomHub nationwide, and JoJo expanded it into a mobile app. Schools, nonprofits, and community centers adopted it. By the time he turned 28, 200,000 kids were active users. Every step of the way, he stayed connected to his roots, making sure the mission remained real and accessible. Not everyone supported him. Online trolls tried to discredit his work, calling him lucky or fraud. JoJo felt doubt creep in for the first time in years. But seeing the kids succeed, opening their first accounts, saving their first dollars reminded him of what mattered. A viral video defending his mission changed the narrative. Major organizations reached out. FreedomHub was on track to be integrated into public schools. JoJo was no longer just a local hero. He was becoming a national leader. JoJo's rise went national. Interviews, TV appearances, and speaking engagements spread his message to millions. FreedomHub users skyrocketed to 497,000, and schools requested formal partnerships. The world was finally seeing what JoJo already knew: slow, disciplined investing changed lives, and anyone could start small and grow big. JoJo remained humble. Fame didn't alter him. He still walked the streets of his old neighborhood, still joked with kids, still taught from the heart. He knew wealth wasn't about money. It was about freedom, impact, and creating opportunities for others. Finally, FreedomHub crossed 1 million active users. JoJo sat in the Freedom Lab, watching kids learning, parents inspired, mentors guiding. He smiled, thinking of every struggle he overcame: hunger, doubt, poverty, naysayers. He stood at the front, wrote freedom on the whiteboard, and addressed the room. This ain't about me. This ain't about the S&P. This is about you, your future, your freedom. Keep learning, keep growing, keep investing, and never let nobody tell you where you belong. From a poor black boy counting pennies to a national movement leader, JoJo proved one thing: discipline, patience, and belief can rewrite your story. And for every kid investing today, for every parent seeing hope, JoJo's journey is living proof. You can change your life, your world, and leave a legacy that lasts generations. Yo fam, if this story inspired you even a little, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that motivates, teaches, and empowers. Drop a comment below. What would you do if you started investing today? Remember, it only takes one decision to start changing your future. Stay grinding, stay disciplined, and I'll catch you all in the next video.